Think about the last meal that genuinely moved you. Not a meal you liked, a meal that meant something to you. Maybe it was your grandmother's kitchen, the smell before you even sat down, a table you haven't sat at in years, or a meal after something hard, the first real food after a loss, the thing someone cooked for you when you couldn't cook for yourself. Food is never just food, right? It never has been. And the fast, the moment you remove it is the moment you find out exactly what it has been carrying. 4 episodes in, we've covered the convergence of traditions, the biology, what the body does when you stop, and the psychology, what hunger exposes, the ancestral layer, how some of what you carry came with the body. Today's a little more personal layer. Every person who has ever fasted seriously has had the same experience at some point during the fast. The hunger is present, but something else is also present. Something that didn't show up until the food stopped. A memory, an emotion, a heaviness that has no clear name, or sometimes a very clear name. Grief, loneliness, anger, love, dressed up in the feeling of hunger for so long you stop being able to tell them apart. Today we'll talk about what food has actually been caring for you and what you're about to meet when you take it away. From the moment you were born, food was never just nutrition. Before you had language, before you had memory in the way adults think of memory, you were fed, and being fed meant you are not alone. Someone is here, you are safe, you are loved. That association, food equals safety equals love equals not alone, got written into you before you could think about it, before you could question it, before you could decide whether you agreed or not. And everything that happened around food as you grew up added more layers to that original association. The family dinners that were peaceful or not, the meals that were rewarded, you did well so you get something good. The meals that were punishments, you don't get this until you do that. The food your culture gave you as celebration, the food your culture gave you in grief. The way your mother fed you when she didn't know how to say she loved you. The way your father showed up with food when he couldn't show up any other way. All of that is layered into the act of eating. Every meal carrying the weight of every meal before it. You don't just eat the food, you eat the history of the food represents. And most of the time, you don't even know you're doing it. Here's how this shows up practically. There are 4 things most people use food to manage that have nothing to do with hunger. Boredom is one. Boredom is uncomfortable. It's a mild but persistent signal that something is missing, that you should be doing something, feeling something, engaging with something. See, food interrupts that signal. You eat, the boredom quiets. Not because you were hungry, because the eating gave the nervous system something to do. Most people eating right now are not hungry, they are bored. Now, 2, anxiety. When the nervous system is activated, when something uncertain or threatening is in the field, food is one of the fastest ways to create a sensation of control. You can't control the situation, but you can control what goes in your mouth. The act of eating is self-soothing. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest state. It lowers cortisol temporarily. It creates a brief window of physiological calm. Anxiety eating is not weakness. It's the body using the most available tool to manage a state it doesn't know how to hold otherwise. 3, grief and loneliness. These are the 2 that run deepest because food was originally how you were loved. So when love is absent, when connection is absent, when loss is present, the body reaches for the first form of love it ever learned. The reason comfort food exists is not accidental. It is the body trying to recreate the felt sense of being cared for through the only channel still open. Next, avoidance. This is the most subtle. Some feelings are simply too large to sit with, right? And eating, the act of planning a meal, prepping a meal, tasting it, finishing it, gives the mind something to be in, something immediate and sensory and manageable. manageable instead of the thing that is not manageable. Food as escape, not dramatic, not even conscious, right? Just, I don't want to be where I was a moment ago. And food took me somewhere else. Now take all of that, remove the boredom manager, remove the anxiety soother, remove the grief pacifier, remove the escape route. What do you think is left? Whatever was being managed, whatever was being soothed, whatever was being avoided. This is why serious fasting traditions never sent people to fast alone. The Desert Fathers fasted in community. The Sufis fasted inside the container of Ramadan, surrounded by others doing the same practice. The Vision Quest, the indigenous tradition of solitary fasting, was always overseen. Someone was always nearby, a teacher, an elder, a witness, because they knew that what surfaces when the food stops is not always gentle. Some people cry during a fast and don't know why. They're not sad about being hungry. They're sad about something that has been waiting, sometimes for years, for the space to finally move through. Some people feel rage during a fast. Not at the fast, rage that was being managed meal by meal, day by day, and has nowhere to go now that the management system is offline. Some people feel a grief they recognize, a loss they thought they had processed. It turns out they had eaten it. Every time it tried to surface, there was a meal to push it back down. The fast didn't create any of this. The fast just removed the thing that was keeping it underneath. So here's a frame that makes sense of all of this, right? Your body is a recorder. Every significant experience, every grief, every joy, every moment of connection, every moment of fear left a trace, not just in memory, in the body, in the tissue, in the nervous system's learned responses. The food is one of the deepest layers in the recording, because food was present at almost every significant moment of your life. Celebration food, mourning food, first love food, heartbreak food, holidays, funerals, birthdays, the ordinary Tuesday that becomes a memory. Food was constant, which means food got wired into your emotional recording at every chapter. When you stop eating during a fast, you are not just stopping the intake of calories, you are stopping the continuous replay of association, the background hum of food as comfort running underneath everything. And when that hum stops, the recording has room to play, not the loop you chose, the actual recording. That's why the tradition says, when you fast, be ready to remember things, not the memories you manage, the memories that have been waiting. When something surfaces during a fast, the instinct is to manage it, analyze it, label it, figure out what to do about it. Not yet. The first thing to do is much simpler. You just let it be there. Don't feed it, not with the food, not with explanation, not with the story of why it's there. You just observe it and witness it. The mystics across every tradition had a version of this instruction. The Christian Desert Fathers called it sit in your cell. Don't flee the discomfort. Don't manage it. Just be present with what arises. The Sufis paired the fast with constant interior remembrance, not to distract from what surfaced, but to hold it from a container larger than the emotion itself. The instruction is the same across all of them. What surfaces during a fast is not a problem to solve, it's information. Information the body has been holding in the only way it knew how, underneath the management of constant eating. The fast gives it air. Your only job is to let it breathe and trust that what moves through you, if you let it move through rather than forcing it back down, leaves something different in its place. It's not emptiness, but clarity. The distinction between what you actually feel and what you have been eating in order not to feel it. That distinction is one of the most valuable things a person can find. And you almost can't find it in a fed state. The fast doesn't take anything from you that wasn't already yours. It only removes the layer on top. What was underneath the food you used to manage boredom, is still there without the food. What was underneath the meals you ate instead of grieving is still there. What was underneath the eating instead of sitting with loneliness is still there. The fast just stops the covering. And for the first time, maybe in a long time, you get to see what was there all along. That seeing is not comfortable. It's also not something you can buy or optimize or shortcut. It's only available on the other side of the discomfort, which is exactly where every tradition that ever took this practice seriously told you it would be. Episode 6, The Ancient Protocols, how the traditions actually did this, when, how long, how they broke it, and why they never fasted alone, what they paired it with, and why the timing, lunar cycles, seasons, the natural rhythm of the world was never arbitrary. So I'll see you there.